On Sunday, the 6th of July, General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi dropped a bombshell that shook the nation. No one expected someone in his position to speak so openly and so fiercely, but he did, and he brought receipts. One of the biggest revelations was the existence of a powerful cartel operating in Gauteng and the rest of the country. This isn't just a street gang. According to the general, the syndicate is involved in dope pushing, high-profile hits, and shady tender deals with hundreds of millions. Now Mkhwanazi claims that the cartel isn't just made up of criminals. It's celebrities, politicians, judges, and business moguls. They are all allegedly in on it. And at the center of this dark empire is one name, Vusi Matlala, the alleged mastermind behind the chaos. The head of Aman Swart cracked open a web of assassination plots around Gauteng. Now Swart wasn't even the target. The hit that ended his life was meant for his colleague. Both men worked for an engineering company in the farm. They produced parts for Transnet, but there's a twist. Transnet was being supplied by a middleman who managed to mark up prices to an insane level. Now when someone inside the company tried to blow the whistle, the cartel acted, but they took out the wrong person. Ballistics reports from Swart's hit matched weapons used in other major hits in Gauteng, including the assassination of Babita Deokaran. Now General Mkhwanazi added that these same guns were linked to other big artists who were laid down in Gauteng. Now according to gossip blogger Musa Kaula, one of those artists might be DJ Somebody. Rumor has it that he may have been involved in the cartel's dope business, possibly maybe laundering money through these nightclubs. Now some bloggers even hinted at the fact that we should look closely at DJ Somebody's fleshy industry friends. Some of them, maybe, they may be part of the dirty game. Now the general said artists, meaning there's more than one. And the only other artist who were shot and laid down in Gauteng recently, it was these guys from Pretoria. Peter Mashata, a well-known DJ from Pretoria who was taken out in Soshanguve, and Vusi R5, a pioneer of the Bacardi sound, also taken out in Soshanguve in Pretoria. Whether these hits are linked to the cartel or not, it's unclear. When police raided Mamkiza's mansion, what they found shocked everyone. Over 40 firearms hidden in the house, hammers, rifles, high-powered sticks. But here's where things got really strange. The hammers didn't belong to Mamkiza. They were registered to Vusi Matlala's private security company. But what were they doing at Mamkiza's house? Now, according to South African law, we are not allowed to store hammers at an unregistered address. It's a serious offense. The hammers can be confiscated and you can be arrested for it. But in this case, Vusi got all his weapons back, and just like that, no charges, no explanations. Now if you remember, Mamkiza herself was once suspected of being involved in an attempted hit on a SARS official who was reportedly digging into her financial affairs. Now investigators later discovered that the hitmen were actually flown in from Cape Town to do the job. Now is Mamkiza a member of the cartel? I wonder. Vusi's wife caused a stir on social media when she posted a video on Instagram showing herself and her children riding in a government blue light convoy on their way to school. She was flaunting the VIP lifestyle, bragging online, acting untouchable. But what she didn't realize was that she had exposed a crack in a much bigger scandal, a glimpse into how deep their connections ran. Now when law enforcement in Ekurhuleni was questioned about the woman who was using a blue light convoy, it was reported that the vehicles belonged to Cat Private Security, owned by her husband Vusi. But when it was checked on the system, the vehicles belonged to the state. Vusi's downfall may have been his own doing. He kept too much evidence on his phone. Voice notes, texts, documents, pictures, possibly even videos. Now, insiders believed this was done as leverage in case his high-powered allies ever tried to turn on him or throw him under the bus. This was his backup plan or his weapon of blackmail. Now, police got hold of the phone when Vusi was arrested for allegedly plotting a hit on his former girlfriend, Tebogo Tobejane. Tebogo Tobejane is a well-known actress, influencer, and a slave queen extraordinaire. She was nearly assassinated. Now, reports say Vusi and his wife planned the hit together. And it wasn't just meant to hit her, it was meant to send a message. The plan was to disfigure her face so badly that an open casket would be impossible. It was cold and ruthless. And the motive, it's still unclear. But some believe Tobejane knew too much. Long before gossip blogger Musa Kaula broke the cartel stories, Tebogo may have been the real source, but it's just speculations. In October of 2023, Tobejane was in a car with her friends, Anele Malenga and Kumbulani Ngube, when gunmen opened fire on their vehicle on the N1 near Sands in Johannesburg. They survived, but one of her friends was seriously injured. There are allegations by Musa Kaula that Vusi Ket Matlala was closely linked to the infamous Vusi Keke, a feared extortionist, taxi boss, and a criminal mastermind, in jail for orchestrating the hit of a billionaire entrepreneur, Wandile Bozwana. I did a video about this story some time back. Now, according to gossip insider Mr. Kaula, Matlala is believed to be one of the key figures behind Pretoria-based gang Boko Haram, a group accused of spreading fear and chaos across Tshwane. Now, through his private security company, Cat VIP Protection, Vusi has access to high-caliber firearms in large numbers, all under the cover of legitimate business. Vusi's criminal journey didn't start with big contracts. In 2001, he was arrested for housebreaking, a small-time crime, but things escalated quickly. Soon after, he began swimming in tender deals. Many of them are believed to have been bogus, rigged, or part of a corrupt kickback scheme involving government insiders. Now, according to reports, Vusi is part of a larger tender mafia, a shadow network that siphons billions from the country using fraudulent contracts. And if anyone dares to interfere, they get taken out, no questions asked. Now, Vusi and his associates have been investigated at Brasa, the state rail agency, where hundreds of millions were allegedly looted. The paper trail is long and the rot runs deep, and the list of shady contracts doesn't seem to end. Now we are starting to understand how Vusi Ket Matlala managed to walk away from so many serious charges over the years. Now, according to General Mkhwanazi, Vusi wasn't just lucky. He was funding powerful politicians, buying protection from the very people meant to uphold the law. And the cartel he runs is filled with high-profile individuals deeply connected to government officials and business people, including the police. But here's the real question. Is Vusi truly the kingpin, or is he just a middleman? A sacrificial lamb set to take the fall while the real bosses stay hidden behind layers of power, protected by the system. For now, Vusi sits behind bars at Jose Mampuru Maximum Prison, and his next court date is July the 11th, 2025, where he'll face charges related to the attempted assassination of his former lover, Tebogo Tobejane.